Hey, Charles here with Rocky Mountain ATV-MC. Today I'm going to show you how to install a Tusk Folding Glass Windshield on your Polaris RZR Pro R. Now this is going to be the same process for the 2 and the 4-seaters. It's pretty simple to do, and the reason these are so popular are they're great for changing conditions. So if you ever want full coverage in the front, you've got that. You also have a vent at the bottom to let airflow into the cab. And if you're ever out on a hot day and you want maximum airflow, you can simply fold the windshield down and out of the way, and it's held securely in place. Now, with all that being said, this is made from laminated safety auto glass. It's super durable and it's going to stay looking good for a long time. You also have a windshield wiper to help clear things off. Now, as far as installation goes, it's pretty simple to do. Let's go ahead and get started. To start out, we're going to prep our filler panel. So we've got this with the outside facing up, this bend that's going to be facing the table. That's how you know you have it in the correct orientation. Then you're going to take your 39-inch piece of foam tape and you're going to apply that all the way across the top. Then you can flip this over, and on the inside here, that's where you're going to apply the 2 10-inch pieces of foam tape across these edges. Now, if you have any excess left over, just trim it off with some scissors. Next, you want to have a blanket or rubber mat on your workbench. We've gone ahead and set our windshield face down on it. We've got the hinge over the edge so we can apply this foam tape. So we're going to start with the 2 shorter pieces of foam tape. They're going to be a little bit thicker. And in these upper corners, you're going to start right below that slot and go all the way down until you run out of tape, and make sure you make this bend underneath that hinge right there. Then once you have that done on both sides, you're going to take the 48-inch piece of foam tape. It's a little bit thinner, and you're going to go just above that slot we started at last time. Follow the arc all the way around the top of the windshield to the other side. Now that we're done with the foam tape, I'm going to slide the windshield forward. We have some bulb seal we need to apply. So we've got this 3-inch piece. We've got a little tab on this hinge. And with the bulb seal, the way this attaches, it just presses on. If it fits loose, you can pinch this to fit a little bit tighter, and you're just going to press it down into place. Then we're going to take this longer piece, we're going to go across the bottom. You want the seal to be facing in towards the cab. We're just going to start at one end and press it all the way onto the other. And one little tip, so you can take a soft face mallet or dead blow hammer and just tap this into place. And then right at the end, you can see ours is the exact length, but if you have any excess left over, you can use some side cutters or heavy duty scissors to cut that off. The next step is to assemble the bracketry for the vent door. Now I've gone ahead, I've taken a block of wood, put a rag on it so I don't scratch any of the powder coat or anything else on this windshield. We're going to start with bracket A. We've got a couple holes on this hinge right here. We're going to set this over those holes, and you'll notice that the bend, that's going to be more towards the center of the machine, and it also curves up towards the top. Then you can take 2 of your M6 by 16 millimeter button head bolts, go through the front side, through the bracket, then we've got the nylock nut on the back side. And we're going to leave the hardware loose until everything's assembled. After that, we've got bracket B, and again, the bend is going to be facing towards the inside or center of the windshield. We'll use 2 more of the same bolts and nuts. Then we'll take vent bracket C. So again, this curve, that's going to be going up towards the top of the windshield. We're going to take another M6 by 16 millimeter button head bolt, go through that. We're going to put that through vent bracket B. Nylock nut on the back side. After that, we have our hand knob. That's going through the slot in bracket C. We've got a friction washer on the other side of that. And that's going to go between bracket C and bracket A. Then we'll thread this in place. Now that we have everything loosely installed, we can make adjustments so everything is squared up. Now we're going to tighten down all of the hardware. Keep in mind on the pivot, once you tighten that down, you want to back the hardware off about a 1/4 turn so it's free. And then you just want to make sure the vent opens and closes smoothly. If it doesn't, then you want to go back through and make adjustments. So that's working real smooth. We'll take this over to the machine. Now over at the machine, we're gonna start out by removing the front roof mounting bolts, and then the 2 bolts behind there, you're just gonna loosen up. Now you're gonna take your filler panel. This is gonna slide underneath the roof, and we're gonna use the front bolts that we just removed to go through these slots in the filler panel, and we're gonna leave all the hardware loose for now. Next, we're going to install the roll cage clamps at the bottom of the A-pillars. You're going to remove the bolt that comes with the clamp. We are not going to reuse this. Make sure you keep track of the spacer right here. And then to install this clamp, I like to use a bag over the roll cage just so I don't scratch it. And then you can press that in place, pull the bag out, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Next, you want to install the hood mounts. So for this, they are side specific, and this bend at the top, you want that to face the center of the machine. So to get this mounted up, we're going to remove these 2 screws. We're using a T40 Torx bit, and when we reinstall this, we're just centering the holes, and we're not going to completely tighten the bolts yet. And we'll do it on the passenger side as well. Next, you want to have a friend help you carry the windshield over to the machine. We're going to set this flat first, and it's going to rest on those hood brackets. We're just using the hand knobs to hold it in place. After that, you can take your M8 by 75 millimeter button head bolts, put a washer on those. You're going to go through the windshield mount and then onto the frame clamp. Make sure you put that spacer in there and then push the bolt all the way through. You've got the nylock nut on the back side. After that, you want to remove the hand knobs. You're going to fold the windshield up and reinstall the hand knobs into the filler panel. You're going to line everything up at this point. So you want to check the bulb sill and how it sits across the hood. You want the bulb sill lightly touching the hood. Once you have this lined up from side to side and both up and down, you're going to go ahead and tighten the roof mounting bolts for the filler panel, and then remove the hand knobs from the windshield. You're going to fold it down, making sure the bottom clamps don't move. We'll go ahead and tighten those down, and then we can adjust the hood mounts, get those centered up with our windshield, and tighten the mounting hardware down for those as well. Once you have everything tightened down, you just want to verify fitment. And it looks like my filler panel actually needs to come towards me just a hair, so I'm going to go ahead and adjust that. There we go. So we've got it so the hand knob goes in real easy. That's exactly what you want. So I can go ahead, tighten these back down. We'll verify fitment at the bottom one last time, and then we can install the windshield wiper. Now for the windshield wiper, we need to get this mount off of the handle. So you want to remove the small nut. And then for the mount, you're going to remove one of the big nuts, a washer, and a grommet. Then put that through the mount in the windshield. Sometimes there's going to be a plastic plug there. You might have to pop that out. And then you can adjust this in or out wherever you need it. I'm just going to put it in a neutral position right in the middle. For now, we're just going to use a 19 millimeter combo wrench, an adjustable wrench as well. We'll snug that down. Then we can take our handle. I'm going to go through the top just like that. And then we can prep the wiper arm and wiper. Sometimes there's a cover over the blade. You just want to slide that off. And then we also have a cover on top. We're going to pinch both sides together, pop this open. Then we can take the wiper arm, slide it through there, hook it in place, pull it all the way down. This cover isn't going to shut if it's not all the way down. Now for the wiper arm, I like to line this up with the handle, and just be aware there's splines in there that you want to line up as well. Once you have that set in place, you're going to use the small nut on the outside, and we'll use a 10mm combo wrench to tighten it down. Then once you have the nut tight, you can go ahead and set the cover in place. That's all there is to installing the Tusk Folding Glass Windshield on your Polaris RZR Pro R. If you have any questions, leave those down in the comments. And if you need to pick one of these up, they're available on our website. Just click the link in the description below. We offer free shipping on orders over $75. And if you want to see more helpful content like this, subscribe to our channel. I'm Charles with Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Thanks for watching.